Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I, Rimsha Siddiqui, feel extremely honored to host this very inspiring and scintillating evening of the year. And it is indeed a pleasure to welcome you all. A big hands to everyone who is joining us here today. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to very compassionate, very elegant, determined and empowered chairperson, Mrs. Bholi Aluwalia. Please, a huge round of applause. And I deem it as a great privilege to welcome very dynamic, versatile, who revolutionized the processes and brought ISIC to another level in a very short span of time. Please put your hands together as we welcome the board member and the Chief Strategy Officer, Mrs. Sugandha Aluwalia. Let me bring light upon very graceful, decisive, hardworking, focused Medical Director, Dr. Shalini Bhalla. She doesn't leave a stone untouched when it comes to operations and quality. Please, a big round of applause as we welcome our Medical Director, Dr. Shalini Bhalla. Last but never the least, a big and huge round of applause for Dr. Suneet Marwa, who's been working very hard. Please welcome him. Big round of applause, please. Special welcome to all head of the departments, the superheroes who have joined us here, all ISIC family members, and the youngest family member, a very young chap. Please put your hands together as we all have gathered here to commemorate SCI Day. I cannot move ahead without folding my hands in reverence to Major HPS Aluwalia, a legend whose vision actually brought this pioneer organization to life. It is certainly a state-of-art facility, an exemplary example, and a great initiative for spinal cord injury patients and community. And the legacy has been successfully continued by the chairperson and the chief strategy officer. As the chairperson rightly said yesterday on Facebook Live, that ISIC provides a very holistic approach, which is very rare to find. The approach should consist of everything, not only from treatment, but to even the smallest part that is involved in SCI care. She also mentioned when a patient look out of the window, he should find nature, he should feel connected, and he should feel like home. So I think this is the quality what you find at ISIC and not anywhere else. So that's the vision. As the Chief Strategy Officer mentioned, the emotional quotient, it is very vital. It is not only about the patient, who's been affected. It is about the whole family which is being impacted. So, emotional quotient is indeed very important. And, I would like to say that I cannot agree more with the medical director that we should formulate protocols, based on the international standards, which are best suited for, Indian population, which is very important, because sometimes they're not practical. We should consider all domains that might not be very significant in other countries. So a big round of applause for all the visionaries that stated really great ideas. I think all the ISICians, let's pledge to give our best, best to achieve this mission. And without taking much of your time or further ado, let's begin with the proceedings. I wish to recite few lines from Harvansh Rai Bachchan. Please put your hands together as we have just welcomed a board of directors. Please, a big hand. So I was saying, without further ado, I'm just, these lines are just coming into my head, and I'm sure it's going to take you to the memory lane of your childhood. It's a poem by Harvansh Rai Bachchan. लहरों से डर के नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती, असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो, क्या कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़कर मत भागो तुम, कुछ किए बिना जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. So let's start with the proceedings and let's invoke the blessings of God by presenting Ganesh Vanna to you. Vakritun Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvign Karumadeva Sarvakaryashu Sarvada. Let's welcome BPU and BPD students presenting Ganesh Vanna. Please, for this young ladies, I want you to please cheer them up. A big round of applause, please, a big one.
जम्बू फलसार भक्षितम् उमासुतं शोक विनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पंकजम्. गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
सिंदूर लाल चढ़ायो अच्छा गजमुख को, सोंदिल लाल विराजे सुत गौरी हर को, हाथ लिए गुड़ लड्डू साई सुरवर को, महिमा कहे न जाए लागत हूँ पद को. जय देव जय देव जय जय जी गणराज विद्या सखदाता, धन्य तुम्हारो दर्शन मेरा मन रमता. जय देव जय देव. देवा श्री गणेश 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 देवा श्री गणेश.
ज्वाला सी चलती है आंखों में जिसके भी दिल में तेरा नाम है, परवाही क्या उसका आरंभ कैसा है और कैसा परिणाम है. धरती अंबर सितारे उसकी नजरें उतारे, डर भी उससे डरा रे जिसकी रखवाली यारे, करता साया तेरा हे देवा श्री गणेश 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 देवा श्री गणेश.
Thank you, pretty ladies. And I think it was quite a captivating performance, yes? So let's move on to the next part. I think a good mentorship is all about to let you dream, to make you learn more, and to make you become more. So holding true to this, I'm going to take you to Navy tour to felicitate leaders at Indian Spinal Injury Center.
सतीश करना डला हुआ है उसी पे।
It takes me back to many years when the idea of starting a spinal center was mooted. I brought this idea from when I was admitted to Stoke Mandeville Hospital in UK. And one thing, when we were planning with the director there, he told me that, look, the spinal injury center, the Stoke Mandeville, is only a rehabilitation center. But if you're planning to build one, have hospital as a component of the rehabilitation center. Although it will be very expensive, but in the long run, it will give you a lot of dividends. And that's what we did. And today, after so many years, I can see those dreams have come true. When they say that if you dream and you keep dreaming and you make it sure that your dream comes true, this is the result of that. Unfortunately, in India, there is only or maybe 2 spinal centers, but a comprehensive spinal center is only the Indian Spinal Injury Center. And today, it's a very important landmark, the Indian Spinal Injury Center. And we like to have support from everybody who are all around here to see to it that our mission is carried forward. And that makes you extremely happy.
Few words of gratitude. आज से लगभग 11 साल पहले। तो मुझे डायलिसिस 1999 में हुआ और उसके बाद मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी शुरू करी, एक्सेप्ट करी। लेकिन 2005 में एक बार दोबारा मैंने रिहैबिलिटेशन कैसे होती है सही मायने में, वो इंडियन स्पाइनल इंजरी सेंटर में आके सीखी। और अगर मैं ये कहूँ कि 1999 से 2005 तक मैं व्हीलचेयर में बैठी पेशेंट थी, लेकिन इंडियन स्पाइनल इंजरी सेंटर में आके करेक्ट तरीके से रिहैबिलिटेशन सीखने के बाद मैं पेशेंट से पर्सन हो गई, पर्सन से स्विमर हो गई, स्विमर से बाइकर बन गई, बाइकर से रैलिस्ट और फिर पैरालंपियन बन गई।
That's why we say that legends don't serve their own. They serve communities, they serve generations, and they set examples for years to come for the people. So a big hand for Major HPS Ahluwalia. And I would also like to add here that he always said, achieving all this is never going to be easy. It's not about a day or a month. It's like, facing challenges throughout all your life. And it's about living the life with a never die spirit. This reminds me of the Mount Everest summit. That is not only a historical landmark for us, but it is a very strong message that was given by to him. And I think that message still drives a lot of people sitting here, probably in other parts of other countries. So, that's why we are very special. So let's give a big hand to ourselves for creating this awareness, for motivating people who have gone through these challenges, and also celebrating their hidden potential once they have learned that what superheroes they are. So it's a great honor for all of us, to be a part of this. It's a big thing, it's incredible thing. Thank you. So I got a little driven. So let me just call upon to the next performance. It's a Ghumar dance. So well, brace yourself and hold your breaths. You are going to experience another electrifying performance from BPT third year students. Please put your hands together. We are welcoming students presenting Ghumar. Anuja, can you please repeat the track? And for others, technical glitches make these, events interesting, so it's okay. Okay, so till the time they are sorting out with the messed up track, Let me just take you through some few nice lines that I really love, and I think hope you'll enjoy it. You must have read this. मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समंदर की तलाश कर. हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, पत्थर ही टूट जाए वो शीशा तलाश कर. सजदों से तेरे क्या हुआ सदियां गुजर गईं, सजदों से तेरे क्या हुआ सदियां गुजर गईं, दुनिया तेरी बदल दे वो सजदा तलाश कर. I hope you don't want me to sing another track for you. Wow, that was definitely an electrifying performance. So let me call upon Mr. Shivanand Dikshit. He is going to do Bansuri Vandan. He is electronic engineer by profession and flutist by passion. Please put your hands together and thank you, Mr. Shivanand, for joining us here for such a noble cause and taking out time out of your busy schedule.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dixit. It was indeed very serene to listen to him. So, moving on to the next performance, we have inclusive dance show. लड़कर सारी दुनिया से लड़कर सारी दुनिया से जब के रंग में रंगती है होकर आराध्या में विलीन तब कोई मीरा बनती है. Please hold your breaths as we are soon going to witness a magical plot created by BPT second year students and superheroes. Please put your hands together as we welcome this beautiful, amazing team.
मधुबन में जो कन्हैया किसी गोपी से मिले, कभी मुस्काए कभी छेड़े कभी बात करे, राधा कैसे न जले, राधा कैसे न जले, आग तन मन में लगे, राधा कैसे न जले, राधा कैसे न जले।
मधुबन में भले कान्हा किसी गोपी से मिले, मन में तो राधा के ही प्रेम के हैं फूल खिले, किस लिए राधा जले, किस लिए राधा जले, बिना सोचे समझे, किस लिए राधा जले, किस लिए राधा जले।
बनघट पे आके सैया मरोड़े भैया, and everybody puts it on राधा, छेड़े हैं हम कन्हैया बेरी कन्हैया, and everybody puts it on राधा, होगा वो लाखों दिल का चोर, हमका तो लगे बोर, हुआ है ऐसी बावला जो कहता जाए,
ओ राधा तेरी चुनरी, ओ राधा तेरा चल्ला, ओ राधा तेरी नटखट नजरिया, ओ राधा तेरा झुमका, ओ राधा तेरा ठुमका, ओ पीछे पीछे सारी नगरिया, ओ राधा तेरी चुनरी, ओ राधा तेरा चल्ला, ओ राधा तेरी नटखट नजरिया, ओ राधा तेरा झुमका, ओ राधा तेरा ठुमका, ओ पीछे पीछे सारी नगरिया। राय बरेली में तू बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी, राय बरेली में तू बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी, अरे बहन के इतना जेवर कहना, तेज हवा से बच के रहना, गिर जाए तो फिर ना कहना झुमका गिरा ले।
What झुमका? What झुमका? What झुमका?
मैं निकला ओ गड्डी लेके,
मैं निकला ओ गड्डी लेके, और रास्ते पर ओ सड़क में एक मोड़ आया, मैं उठे दिल छोड़ आया, ओ एक मोड़ आया, मैं उठे दिल छोड़ आया,
रब जाने कब गुजरा अमृतसर, हो कब जाने लाहौर आया,
मैं उठे दिल छोड़ आया,
एक मोड़ आया,
मैं उठे दिल छोड़ आया। राम जी की चाल देखो, आंखों की मजाल देखो, करे ये धमाल देखो, अरे दिल को तुम संभाल देखो, अरे राम जी की चाल देखो, आंखों की मजाल देखो, करे ये धमाल देखो, अरे दिल को तुम संभाल देखो, अरे चाल देखो ढाल देखो, रगों में उबाल देखो, देखो 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 देखो।
So this is out of the scope of this event. No once more. Okay, so that was a very, very good performance, well coordinated, and you know they have taken a lot of time out of their busy schedule, you see. So, okay, let them settle down, please. Now, so before I invite Medical Director Dr. Shalini Bhalla on stage, this reminds me, you know, these lines reminds me of leaders like you, ma'am. So, हो गई है पीड़ पर्वत सी पिघलनी चाहिए, हो गई है पीड़ पर्वत सी पिघलनी चाहिए, इस हिमालय से कोई गंगा निकलनी चाहिए। सिर्फ हंगामा खड़ा करना मेरा मकसद नहीं, मेरी कोशिश है कि ये सूरत बदलनी चाहिए। So this is very true for the leaders like Shalini ma'am. So may I now invite Dr. Shalini Bhalla on stage and Dr. Suneet Marwa to please give away the prizes for the poster competition. Please come on stage. So we have a medical director and CEO, sir. So this poster combination that was scrutinized and you know it was by a group of experts. So first prize, or shall I start from third prize? First prize? Third prize, as ma'am says. So the third prize goes to Miss Ritu Arora from the admin department. Please give her a big hand. Congratulations, Ms. Ritu. The second prize goes to BPO fourth year students, Gauri Sharma, Shreya Sharma, Tuba and Priyanshi. Congratulations, Tuba, Priyanshi, Gauri, Shreya. The first prize goes to Sonal Khurana, Ms. Sonal Khurana, Ms. Shrestha, Mr. Kundan Lal and Mr. Abhishek Singh. Please come on stage. So Kundan and Sonal are from AT Department, Assistive Technology. And these two are BOT students. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And I congratulate all the winners. So this year, the ISIC has introduced and welcomed more superheroes on board. So I'd like to congratulate Chairperson, Chief Strategy Officer, and board members for such an exemplary initiative. I'd also like to welcome to the well-deserved, and may I now invite Chief Strategy Officer, Mrs. Sugandh Ahluwalia, to please come on stage and give them the employee letter. Please put your hands together. And I shall keep listening to it, yes. So the first person is Mr. Mirza Akhlaq Beg. He is appointed in the Department of Front Office. Please give us a big hand for Mr. Mirza Akhlaq Beg. Congratulations and welcome on board. May I now request Mr. Rajesh Kumar. He would be a wheelchair demonstrator in the Department of Assistive Technology. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Sugandh ma'am. Thank you. And Little Cham, thank you so much.
I just have one request. Even though we have employed 2 people, right, we are still inviting more CVs. So people should apply. And if need be, we'll also give on-the-job training. Just announce that.
So ma'am has just communicated that, right now we have taken 2 people on board, but we are still open for more applications. So we are encouraging you all to please, spread this word. We would like to have a lot of superheroes on board, and we would also give their specialized training as and when required. So feel free and feel safe and just spread this word as much as possible. Okay, so now may I invite Dr. Dinesh Suman? Yes, so Dr. Dinesh Suman, please put your hands together. He is the Director of Neuro-Urology Department in SCI Andrology. So please come forward, and he would be talking about the release of e-newsletter.
वहीं से कर सकती अरे वहीं से कर वहाँ से यहाँ से सही है सर वहीं से कर प्रोजेक्टर ऑन है
So, good evening, Chairperson ma'am, Sugandh ma'am, the board members, medical director, Dr. Suneet, Dr. Vikas and friends. 20 years ago when I joined here as a young urologist, little did I know about the spinal cord injury. In our curriculum, there is hardly any orientation about spinal cord injury and its management. And on this Teachers' Day today, I dedicate all that I have learned to Major HPS Ahluwalia, his vision, and to all my patients. They've been my teachers. They've been the inspiration who've shown me what spinal cord injury entails and how we can learn to help and make lives better. Most of the learning that I've had is not there in our standard books. This is something what life has taught us. So in this classroom of life, we'll always remain students and continue to learn from the problems and challenges that we face. And there is nothing that I have respected more than the vision and the strength, the resolve of our chairperson, Major HPS Ahluwalia. His journey has been like a phoenix. After the injury, going through the turmoil, we can't even imagine in 1970s when the concept of spine surgery, spine care did not exist in this country. He managed to struggle through that, went around the rehabilitation centers around the world, saw the best of the things around, and had the vision to bring one to our country. And with meager resources, but only with the strength of his resolve, he was able to make his dream come true, as we have seen earlier. His vision, his mission, and his dreams still continue to give us strength to work for over 1.5 million spinal cord injured patients stranded in smaller, rural, distant parts of our country, where still there is no rehab, there is no additional urological, sexual health, and other forms of aided facilities available to our people. In WHO reports, in Government of India reports, in Karnataka State Mission reports, 2 to 5% of spinal cord injured patients receive rehabilitation facilities in our country. As mentioned earlier, out of the very few rehab centers which exist in our country, there are 28 of them, small and big combined. There are 2 of them big in CMC and Bangalore. ISIC stands like an Everest as a modern state-of-the-art healthcare center. And it is the onus upon us, of our patients, of the vision and the dreams of our chairperson to carry this legacy forward. And in this regard, with the kind blessings of our chairperson, we have started an educational program. COVID has taught us that, through the difficulties, has taught us a beautiful lesson that people don't need to come to you. Hospital can reach the patients. And through telehealth, through distance care program, we have launched a website, we have launched various social media channels, and in the same process, we have launched a digital magazine, which we wish to continue on a quarterly basis, and we will expand it in times to come. This will contain all that spinal cord injured patients need to know for their better self-care. Patients, their caregivers, the family, and the community all need to know what exists to make lives better, more complete, more accessible, and more equal. So in that regard, may I request Chairperson to kindly inaugurate the e-magazine in honor of the legacy of our Chairperson, Major HPS Ahluwalia, to carry his dreams further.
What is it called? क्या इसका नाम क्या है?
The power of the mind, man.
Here is this what I dedicate to everybody with a spinal cord injured. It is the best guide for urology problems. It's called The Power of the Mind. Yeah.
shared the magazine on the doctors group. All of you must have received the doctors, and the rest of the people shall receive it very shortly. The first edition is based upon our neurourology, and gradually, with the kind blessings of our ma'am, we shall expand it to include all services that ISIC stands to offer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dinesh Suman. It is indeed a great initiative. So, may I now invite General Bhupinder Singh to please come on stage to felicitate, the superheroes, the achievers. We have, they're waiting for you. Please come on stage. I would like to say, from the depths of great challenges, they rose like phoenixes. So, from the depths of the great challenges, they rose like phoenixes. They turned their pain into motivation, proving that SCI couldn't be a limitation. We salute you for your indomitable spirit, and you're actually illuminating the path of many, and you are still going to navigate through the challenges of SCI for those who are still struggling with it. So may I request General Bhupinder Singh to please give away the Achievers Award to Ms. Babita. Please come on stage, Ms. Babita. She is working as teacher in a government school. Thank you, Ms. Babita, for joining us here. Okay, so may I now invite Dr. Amita Sahni. She's an anesthetist at Safdarjung Hospital. Please give her a big hand. Thank you, Dr. Amita. Thank you for coming here, and you are indeed an inspiration to many. And may I now request Ms. Sonali Gupta to please come on stage. She's working in the corporate. I request you to please give a big hand to Ms. Sonali Gupta. Thank you so much, Sonali. Thank you for coming here. Now I request Ms. Shreya Joshi. She's the first girl in India who played archery. A big hand for Shreya Joshi. Thank you, Shreya. I need to take lessons from you. I'm a big fan of archery. So, may I now request, last but never the least, Miss Karishma Lamba. Please, she's working here at ISIC as a senior social media officer. And if you are not following her, please follow her on Instagram. She posts really, really inspirational videos. So please, once again, a big hand to Karishma. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karishma. So, now this is for the chairperson. ये कामयाबी, ये इज़्ज़त, ये नाम आपसे है. ये कामयाबी, ये इज़्ज़त, ये नाम आपसे है. सच कहूँ तो सारा दारो मदार आपसे है. बहारों की नाजुक हकीकत भी आपसे है. मुस्कुराहटे तो क्या, पूरा ISIC रोशन आपसे है. So may I now invite on stage the chairperson, Mrs. Bholi Ahluwalia. Please, a huge one for her.
Namaskar and a very good evening to all of you. And I welcome you all here, especially our senior board member, Jana Bhupinder Singh. He's also the chairperson of our projects committee, and you are going to see a huge change in the infrastructure in the hospital, and it's all due to him. And we are thankful for his contribution and his continuous support to us. And I also welcome the senior members of the Vasant Kunj community here, and it's very heartening to welcome you here. And let's join hands together and make Vasant Kunj a very friendly, wheelchair accessible place, the best in Delhi. And we can do it together. Every morning as I walk towards the hospital, it gives me a feeling of fulfillment because I see the entire staff working together to keep the dream of my late husband, Major HPS Ahluwalia, alive and taking his vision forward. As I walked through the lobby today in the morning, and I was very pleased to see the high standard of the competition posters. The standards have really gone higher over the years, and I congratulate all the participants for that. The zeal and enthusiasm with which all the staff participated on the 3rd of September and reaching out to the community to spread awareness about the spinal cord injury and has gathered here today to commemorate the SCI Day is truly exceptional. I cannot help and stop myself from expressing my heartfelt congratulations to all you all. 5th of September is a Spinal Cord Injury Day internationally, and some countries dedicate the whole month to spread awareness about the injury and to educate the community. Let us at ISIC make every day a spinal cord injury awareness day. Those with SCI face obstacles, mostly people really think that we don't even think about what difficulties they can go through. So this day is to honor the courage of those spinal cord injuries and their families. We at ISIC got this place as a gift from my husband, Major Ahluwalia, because it was designed by a patient himself, and every need of the SCI patient was kept in mind. We are here to reinforce the patient in his recovery by improving self-esteem and independence. The goal of SCI rehabilitation is to help the patients to return to the highest level of function while improving the overall quality of life, physically, emotionally, socially, and of course, financially. Indian Spinal Injury Center is a unique institution, the prime objective of which is to restore hope and joy through clinical excellence and unparalleled dedication. The only way to carry forward this baton that Hari handed over to us is selfless dedication towards our patients. Spinal cord injury is a devastating for an individual. However, if rehabilitated in an appropriate manner, can lead the individual back to a normal life. And Hari has been a living example of it. He spent 57 years of his life on a wheelchair, and there was never a moment in life which he didn't enjoy, and the others around him, they enjoyed it too. Providing access to affordable services to the masses is a social responsibility. We have to jointly strategize and deal with such challenges. On this special day today, I urge you all to work cohesively towards expansion and development of Indian Spinal Injury Center further so that more lives can be touched and benefited. And also ask each of you to strive for excellence in whatever you do so that we can make this a better place to live for all. Let us pledge that as individuals, we will strive to create an inclusive world for the spinal cord injured and the differently abled. And it's very heartening to see you all here and doing so well in life. I congratulate you and wish you all the best. And also all the performance, they gave us a very good entertainment, and I'm glad to see so many patients here. So let's work towards an inclusive society and let ISIC be the leading force in it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very enlightening, and we're also blessed to be a part of ISIC, yes? Yes. So, moving on to almost the last part. So, before I request the Chief Strategy Officer, Mrs. Sugandha Ahluwalia, to present the vote of thanks, I would also like to take a moment to extend our thanks to you and to praise you for the visionary thinking and foresight, for crafting remarkable strategies which are not only organization friendly, but also employee friendly. We are truly humbled to be a part of the team. So please put your hands together as we welcome very dynamic, very inspirational Mrs. Sugandha Ahluwalia.
Good evening and happy SCI Day, I would like to extend my vote of thanks. It's a very long list, and I would like to start right away, otherwise we'll be here the whole evening. Right, as everyone knows, SCI Day is observed on September 5th every year, and it was created to raise awareness of the challenges that place with SCI, with spinal cord injuries face, and to promote a more accessible world. Theme of this year was access to SCI services, a life less complicated. I'm sorry about that. ISIC, as everyone is well aware, originated from a thought process of a patient who dreamt of creating a world-class facility for the treatment of SCI. The dream of late Major HPS Ahluwalia was realized and came into being as a facility of 200-bedded hospital today. It stands tall as one-stop solution for all spine ailments. Celebration of World Spinal Cord Injury Day is a remembrance to the vow taken to augment his vision and take his legacy forward under the current leadership of Mrs. Bholi Ahluwalia. Advocacy towards inclusive society. ISIC reverberates the pulse of advocating an inclusive society, as you've been hearing for the past 3 days. Furthering this, various programs are emphasized to create awareness during the entire month of August. And as the chairperson said, we should take it upon ourselves to continue this endeavor in the next few days, weeks, and months to come. It has to be a work in progress. The next few slides highlight the work that we have done in order to spread awareness for SCI. We've done local community outreach programs, corporate education programs for prevention and rehabilitation, continuous education programs for the clinical team, and of course, the showcasing the advancements in treatment through robotics. Fellowships in spine speciality in collaboration with ASSI, AO, Spine, and the National Board of Examination. Extending treatment and care towards our EWS patients, and the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Equal opportunity policy for SCI. Karishma is a case in point, and now that we have this SCI Day, we have gotten more people with spinal cord injuries, and we hope to add more to the list in the coming few months. As Rimsha mentioned, we would also like to take the opportunity to provide on-the-job training. So in case someone does want to start an on-the-job training program for us, I would request HR to maybe devise some programs, because in case they don't want to work with us, they should be trained to avail further employment opportunities outside of ISIC. Right, the next few slides are of the days that from Sunday onwards we started celebrating SCI Day. That was the opening with the 100 cyclists. The cyclathon journey with 100+ youth, spreading awareness. The patients discussing about ADL and the government aided schemes. Everyone present here knows that the Joint Secretary attended this function on Sunday. And of course the rally thereafter, which was a classic example of voicing for an inclusive society. The cultural evening, we had yoga, Zumba dance, and of course the wheelchair dance. A poster competition. YouTube sessions with a panel that comprised of our caregivers for the spinal cord injured. Today, wheelchair sports, and felicitation of the distinguished people with SCI who are contributing in the various walks of life. My congratulations to Dr. Dinesh Suman for the release of this newsletter called The Power of the Mind. And last but not the least, here goes. In one deep breath, I'm going to speak this really fast. Senior Citizen Forum, thank you very much for participating and extending your support as always. We look towards you not just on SCI Day, but for further forums as well. Please continue your support. The Vasant Kunj Welfare Society, the RWA presidents of Vasant Kunj and nearby areas. Before I go on to the organizing committee, we would like to also share with you that we've extended a 20% discount to the senior citizens of Vasant Kunj, along with a geriatrist program that we will soon be starting on demand. The spine team, Dr. Vikas Tandon, and of course, all the Super 11, what I would call it. Dr. Vikas Tandon, Dr. Das, Dr. Mahapatra, Dr. Ankur Nanda, Guru Raj, Dr. Bansal, Dr. Tarush, Dr. Neeraj, Dr. Rajat, and Jitesh, of course. Dr. Dinesh Suman, Chitra, and her team, Nekram, Getila, Manisha, who are nicely choreographing on the sides. Rajiv, Neetu, and Ira Masi. I hope I pronounced that right. Poonam and the team, thank you for, the cheering for the cyclists, the food, everything, being in the background, making sure everything is reaching everyone on time. Marketing, Ishika, Rajiv, Karishma, Sailesh, Dilip, Junaid, and Raman. I think you guys have finally earned that pat on the back. IT, again, sleepless nights, and sleepless nights to come because of the new software in the coming week. Sheetal, Vikram, Avdesh, Lalit, and Sumit, thank you very much. Lastly, the administration, Mr. Alok Rawat, Anoop, Dr. Parul, Mayuri, and Arun Kumar Bedi. Last but not the least, a special mention to Ritu, who has been running around like a crazed person and making sure that all of us get everything done on time. Make sure we have all the slides. We have all the information that we need to present to everyone else. So thanks, Ritu. Well done. And that's about it. Thank you very much for attending today, and I look forward to interacting with you over high tea. Thank you.
Thank you, Sugandh ma'am. Thank you. And I hope to see you all at the high tea. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.